Sandy was scratching away nonstop with a fork in her hand. Squirrel hairs were floating all around in the air as they fell. Her actions were like giving the cake a hairstyle. At first, Sandy thought it was because she hadn't taken a bath for a long time, but after looking closely, she realized that there were fleas biting her. What's worse, these fleas that came to the ocean lacked natural predators. They quickly became a huge problem. Can Sandy lead everyone to solve this crisis? In the morning, SpongeBob was crying nonstop. His eyes were like fountains. Patrick tried to comfort him and learned that Sandy had been on land for 2 days and still hadn't come back. Patrick cried even harder than SpongeBob. Fortunately, there was good news. Sandy was coming back today. SpongeBob decided to give her a surprise. Soon, the welcome party was all set up. Sandy came back at this time. Seeing the elaborate setup, she was naturally very happy. However, she started to itch. At first, Sandy didn't pay much attention and planned to enjoy the cake first, but the itching on her body became more and more unbearable. Sandy had to use the cake fork to scratch. SpongeBob and Patrick felt very strange. Then, Sandy's condition got even worse. Large handfuls of squirrel hairs were falling out. Since she couldn't eat the cake anymore, SpongeBob decided to practice karate with Sandy. But Sandy's itching got more severe. She felt like something was biting her. So, she brought her eyes close to her fur. That's when she discovered a flea from the land on her body. Sandy was furious. She directly struck out a palm at the flea. As a result, the flea moved to another spot. Sandy smashed her leg several times and even resorted to biting with her mouth. SpongeBob and Patrick were left dumbfounded. Sandy asked SpongeBob to bring the toolbox. She judged that she had caught fleas from the land. After putting on a flea repellent collar, the flea left her and jumped onto SpongeBob. SpongeBob even thought the flea was kind of cute.
He bit me!
To deal with the flea, Sandy put the collar on SpongeBob. So, the flea turned its attention to Patrick. After a lot of commotion, Patrick was covered in bumps all over his body. He was hopping around on his short legs, trying to shake the flea off. Finally, he snatched the collar and put it on himself. The flea, with nowhere else to go, returned to Sandy again. However, there was only one flea repellent collar. So, next, the three of them started fighting over the collar to prevent being bitten by the flea. Something even more terrifying happened. The flea actually started laying eggs. Tiny fleas were being born one by one. Seeing this, Sandy came up with an idea. She used the collar to tie the three of them together. They thought they had gotten rid of the fleas, but in a place they couldn't see. The fleas were multiplying rapidly. There were more and more of them. Even the flea repellent collar was easily eaten through. Now, there's only one last way left.
Run!
Okay!